I don't need the dictionary. Let me go put this in the refrigerator because I don't want to drink all my soda. Oh, my husband and his daddy. Lord have mercy. Oh, these glasses are dirty, child. I can't see a thing. I need to get my other phone. While y'all coming in, let me put this phone on the charger, get my other phone. That way I can get on Twitter. So y'all won't be like, oh, she on here lying about TD Jakes. Oh, they said Bethlehem cancels Christmas celebrations because of attacks on Gaza. Wow. That's sad. I'm making a scarf and it's supposed to be like this. Well, it's not gonna be this. It's not gonna be striped like this because I had used the part of this was like a self-striping yarn. This is a self-striping, kind of like a self-striping yarn, but only have this much left, and I don't have a clue what the colorway of this is. Like, I don't even remember what the colors is gonna be, because I balled it up. So I don't even remember what this yarn looked like. Like, I don't remember what the colorway was. So it's going to make for an interesting scarf because I don't have a clue what color it's going to be. This was just one of the balls that was in my scrap yarn bin. And so I just pulled it out and was like, oh, I'll make a scrap yarn scarf out of this. Now, when I run out, I'm just going to pick up another ball. I don't care what color it is and just add to it. And it's just going to end up being a scrap yarn scarf. And what I'm going to do this year for Christmas, this is the thought that I have in my mind. We always have family. Hey, Sandra, I'm glad you're here, sweetie. I'm just kind of explaining what my plan is for Christmas. So my plan is to make some scarves and hats. I think I have a hat over here that I made. It's over here somewhere. My plan is to make some scarves and hats and put them on a table so when the family come in, if they want one, they can just take it. That's one of my gifts. That's a gift for you. If you want a scarf or a hat, just take it. Most of the men that work in my family work either outside or in a building where it's kind of drafty. Like my son, he works in a mechanic shop. And the doors to the mechanic shop is open, so it's air constantly coming in. He got a bald head, so he's always wearing like some kind of hat. So I'm a crochet like some blue, brown. I have blue, brown, and black, I think, for the guys. I wanted to make my husband a Raider hat, but I don't think I have yarn for Raider colors, and I'm pretty sure I ain't going to Michael's anytime soon. But I want to make like a few hats, male, and they just beanies. They regular beanies. Let me see if I can find. Hold on, let me see if I can find this hat. What did I do with that dang hat? I know it was up here. Oh, here it is. So they just gonna be regular beanies like this. Just regular beanie hats. Warm beanies. This is one for if one of the girls, ladies in the family want. This is one. And because these beanies work up, I can do a beanie in a day if I really want to. So this is one of the sets. So I'm going to just, put them on the table and, tell the family, hey, if y'all want a scarf or a hat or whatever, take that. And the ones that people don't want, either I can donate them to somebody or keep it for myself. I really don't wear hats that often. Every now and then you'll see me with a hat on, but it's not really often that I wear a hat like out in public unless it's something really going on with my hair and I'm trying to cover it up. And and I'm not saying this to brag or anything like that, but in the city that I live in, we don't have really a homeless population. Like, you really don't see too many people on the street. And I really think it's because of where we live. Like, they don't play that out here. Like in Oakland, when we lived in Oakland, the homeless population in Oakland was huge. Huge. It just seemed like there were homeless people everywhere. All under the freeway, entrances, parks, everywhere. But where we live now, it's not like that. Like, you're not going to be homeless in none of these parks over here by where we live. They don't do that out here. So I'm not gonna be like, oh yeah, and I could see somebody on the street and ask them if they no, because you're not gonna see nobody on the street out here. It's just not like that out here. So I would rather, I would rather give it to somebody that I know anyway. I'm not being an asshole, but I would just like rather give it to. There's no Skid Row out here. That that whole Skid Row thing. I mean, that's like LA. But Oakland has it may as well be Skid Row. But it's not just one particular area in Oakland like it is in LA that they consider Skid Row. It's the homeless population is just big in Oakland. It's not like LA. At least in LA, they have like a certain area where all the homeless people convene. But Oakland is not like that. It's like the homeless is just all over the whole city. But I mean, the guys in my family, I don't know. I think they'll wear hats. My husband not really a hat person, so I'm like, I ain't gonna make one for him. I don't know. I might make him a scarf, cause he do wear um he does wear scarves. So I might make him like a Raider scarf or something. But scarves take longer to make than hats. Like I can whip a hat up in, what did I do with the thing that I was working on? I can uh I can whip a hat up. Oh, here it is. I can whip a hat up in like an hour or 2 hours. I can get a hat like this done in a couple of hours. Because once I get past the crown, the crown part, once you get past that, it's just a straight shot. You just crocheting. This the only part that, just this top part, is the part that you have to think about. Because you're doing a specific, the stitch changes every row, if that makes sense. You working in a round, and every row the stitch is gonna change. So it's 2, then it's 3, then it's 4, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 3, 1, 3, 1, 3, 1, 4, 1, 4, 1. So you got to be thinking about until you get down to the flat part, and you just crochet. You just going. And so when I get to that part, I'm just gone. I can just sit here and watch TV and, just be crocheting. But when I got to count stitches and remember 3, 1, 3, 1, 3, 1, I'd be like, okay, am I on the 1 or am I on the 3? But it ain't that bad. I don't like, I have only seen one glove pattern that looks easy enough for me. Because if it ain't simple, I can't do it. I'm, people look at me because I can crochet and think that I can crochet anything in the world. Crochet is not like that. I'm not one of those people, how some people can play the piano by ear. I'm one of the people that I've always had to read the music. I can't play by ear. I can't crochet by ear. I have to be able to read the pattern. Or there has to be a video that I can follow. I cannot just crochet. It will not come out right. And if I don't have a video or something to follow to show me how to do it, I can't do it. There are just a few things. Like a scarf, I can crochet a scarf. I can give you a scarf. Off the dome. But hats and stuff, I still have to follow the pattern. I never know how to tie a scarf, but there's no right way to tie a scarf, huh? You just put it around your neck and hope for the best, right? It ain't no right way to tie it, is it? My scarves always be bulky around my neck. And does it really get cold enough in California to be all bundled up like this? At night, I guess it does. Hey, honeybee. Hey, Mickey. No right way, no wrong way. It's just however you do it. I don't know why I've always did it like that. You know, you just fold the scarf in half and you use that little part and just throw it in there and then tighten it and then fix it to make it look cute. That's how I always do it. Hey, Malik. Okay, let me say something about that, Malik. The end of the year, you're always going to feel the energy is always going to be somewhat off for the end of the year. We are closing this year out. The energy is always going to be weird. You're going to be emotional. You're going to be thinking about everything you did this year. You're going to have anxiety going into the new year. Just try not to have anxiety about going into the new year. Close this year out before you even think about going into 2024. Close all the chapters of 2023 before you even consider 2024. We still got some of this year to close out. This year ain't over with yet. We haven't even got to Christmas yet. A lot of people are very emotional this time of year. Very emotional. It's normal. It's normal to be, and it's around the holidays. You thinking about people that are not here. You have anxiety about Christmas. All of these things are so normal. Girl, I know I ain't gonna finish all these hats by Christmas. And you know what? I ain't gonna stress myself out. The ones that I really want to do, I want to do one for my son. I want to do one for my cousin. That's 2 male hats. And I want to do one for my nephew. So that's 3 hats. I think I can do 3 hats by Christmas. Because one day I was on a roll. I did 2 hats in one night. So I know I can do 2 hats by Christmas. 2-3 hats by Christmas. So I know I can do that. Now the scarves is another. That's a. I don't know if I'm gonna have 2 or 3 scarves done by Christmas. I don't know. How many spools of yarn do I use on one hat? 1, 2. It depends. It depends on the. This what I got left from doing a hat and a scarf. I got this much left. But this was a pound of yarn, I think. And this is enough for another hat, at least. So it just depends on how big the skein of yarn is. So one skein of yarn can usually do at least one beanie, and you're going to have some yarn over. You may not have enough for a scarf. If you want a set, you probably need 2. Hey, Miss Ocean, did you get an answer about TD Jakes? If not, I can tell you why he's trendy. Girl, I know why he's trendy. I know why he's trendy. I just put that on there. Let me answer the rest of these, and then we're gonna go into the TD Jakes thing. I can't feel energy or see anything. Is it because I'm closed off or not in tune? Or you just don't know that you're feeling it. Because we all feel energy. We all have feelings and emotions. You just don't know what you're feeling. Or you just don't want to accept it. Because We are all emotional beings. We are all spiritual beings. So we're constantly feeling energy. You feel the energy around you. You feel everything. You just don't want to admit it for whatever reason. I mean, we are so connected to spirit that we feel barometric pressure. We feel when the weather is changing. We feel all of that. But you just don't understand that you connected to it. I've been feeling this off and on for 2 years. I felt a psychic overload. I've been seeing orbs everywhere. I see objects and can see the waves of energy coming off of it. Thank you so much. Okay, I'm a guy. I used to be realistic seeker. I have been here before in your chat. Oh, okay. When you say what spirit, when you say spirit, what spirit? The spirit, God, spirit. When I say we connected to spirit, we connected to God. That's the spirit that controls everything. I hear people talking about spirit, but sometimes it depends on the context. Some people could be talking about their spirit guides, or some people say that the orishas are spirits. Some people call their ancestors their spirits. So it depends on the context that people are, what the context really matters. So TD, Mr. Bishop, TD Jakes was trending last night for, let's see, is he still trending, child? For being a power bottom. Is he still trending? No. He was definitely trending last night. So it looks like TD Jakes has gotten caught up in that Diddy stuff. The stuff that's going on with Diddy right now, it seems like TD Jakes has gotten caught up in that mess. And they're saying that TD Jakes is a power bottom. That's what was trending. Was that TD Jakes was a power bottom. And we all know that Bishop Jakes is married. He has a wife and children. But we know that it doesn't matter that you got a wife or whatever. Honey, that Twitter yesterday was on fire about TD Jakes. I was like, not the bishop. Not the bishop. Honey, they was going in on him last night. It was all kind of stuff on on Twitter about him. I mean, and not just Twitter, but TikTok. I was like, not the bishop. I mean, it was videos of him twerking. It was videos of him twerking I was like, not the bishop. Y'all ain't, I know y'all ain't got I know y'all ain't got videos of the bishop out here twerking. So they saying that TD Jakes and Diddy were at ritual gay parties. It's just all kind of stuff. So I don't know. All of this, I guess, is supposed to be coming out with, TG Jakes being accused of being with young boys and everything. The bishop child. Yeah, when I saw that video on TikTok of him on stage, I don't know what kind of party it was or whatever it was for. I know Diddy was there, but TD Jakes was on stage and he was twerking. I was like, Bishop, if you don't go somewhere and sit your old behind down. But I didn't think nothing of it then. I said, well, maybe Bishop just out here having a good time, living his best life. He didn't got invited to this party with these young folks, and maybe he just out here having a good time. I chalked it up to the Bishop just having a good time. But there are too many. Let me turn the sound off of this. There are too many pictures of TD Jakes and Diddy. One picture of TD Jakes and Diddy got his head all on TD Jakes' chest and stuff. It's just too much. I mean, I'm hoping that this is all just a misunderstanding. This is all just a misunderstanding. And the bishop ain't did nothing. But it just don't look like it. Oh, Malik said they need to leave us gays alone. The down low men's always get exposed. The men, if you can't come out, if you're not willing to come out all the way, then you need to be careful about where you go, because you're gonna get exposed. You may as well just come on out with the rest of them, because you can't tiptoe around being gay. That's one thing. Somebody is going to expose you. In certain things, you just can't tiptoe around that. Especially if you are around other people that are known to be gay. Because they say where there's smoke, there's fire. The fire may not start right away because, some fires smolder for a while. So it's going to be some smoke because the fire is smoldering. And then, boom, you done got exposed. But the whole time, the fire was smoking. That's what happens to a lot of these down low guys. The fire been smoking for a while, but ain't nobody seen no flames because you wasn't flaming. And then poof, you get exposed. But you was gay the whole time. If this stuff is true, it's going to be a whole lot of hurt people. Because the bishop, he's got a huge following. Because I was telling my husband, because my husband is a TD Jakes fan. We got the books, the workbooks, all just my husband is a TD Jakes fan. Okay? And I told my husband last night, I called him at work and told him. My husband was like, babe, how you gonna believe everything you hear? You can't believe it. I mean, he was getting upset. I was like, oops, let me stop playing with him. Cause I was like, oh, they done got the bishop. People out here pissing on him and stuff. And my husband was like, the devil is a lie. Not TD Jakes. I was like, babe, go to Twitter. Go to Twitter right now. He trending. And my husband went to Twitter and looked on there and he got real quiet. I was like, oh shit, his feelings hurt for real. I was like, I thought he was I thought he was going to be laughing and stuff like me. But no, I think his feelings was hurt. I was like, oh shit. And then when he got home last night, I was sleepy. So we didn't have time to talk about it. So this morning when we woke up, my husband was like, so what's going on with TDJ? I didn't laugh. I didn't laugh about it. I was just like, yeah, I took my professional voice and everything. I was like, yes. So, I heard it was trending last night on Twitter, but I'm not sure if it's still true. I got all professional and everything because I didn't want to be making a joke out of it if, he real serious. Because, my husband be serious about them Christian folks. And he'll swear up and down. He ain't one of them, but when shit get hard, he is. He one of them. It makes me wonder, is Christian Keys talking about him? That's what people are saying now. Because I was like, is he talking about Tyler Perry? But now people are saying that's probably who he talking about. I always thought something was odd when Dr. Phil would have him on his show to help couples, and he appeared to always take the man's side. It always hit me kind of strange. Actually, I can't remember because I didn't watch Dr. Phil because Dr. Phil used to get on my nerves. He got on my nerves a lot, so I couldn't mess with him like that. Ooh, honeybee. He did not take that news well. I left it alone. I left it alone because that old saying, never meet your heroes. Like TD Jakes is, because Mr. Brown is a deacon. Mr. Brown is a deacon. Okay? So he took that kind of, I'm a deaconess. But I'm one of them crazy deaconesses. I'm crazy. My husband is not crazy. Mr. Brown took it hard, I think. So I just left it alone. I'm gonna let him process that however he processed it. But I think he was having a hard time. I really do. We're gonna talk about it later. After after he processed it and everything. But honey, I think Mr. Brown having a hard time with this whole T. Jakes thing. He is not. Hey Naya, he is. He is not. He is not happy. Like I had my period of time when I was on the TD Jakes, Joyce Myers. Now that was my girl. Don't you say nothing bad about Joyce Myers. I was a Joyce Myers fan until I got on her mailing list. And it just seemed like her ministry was spam. Like they was sending me stuff and begging for money and talking about the kids in Africa, and it just got on my nerves. Like Joyce Myers just, I don't know, her ministry. Her ministry messed it up for me. It wasn't even Joyce Myers. It was her ministry. It was the way her ministry was set up, just messed it up totally for me. I was like, if I get one more piece of mail from Joyce Myers, I'm gonna find her and beat her ass myself. It just seemed like every day she was begging for something. That just got on my nerves. But I was a Joyce Myers fan. I loved her style of teaching. I loved her dry humor. Everything about Joyce Myers I loved until her ministry got my address. That was it. I didn't receive a nasty message. They just kept begging and got on my nerves. Who is that other black uh minister? Creflo Dollar. I was a Creflo Dollar fan, honey. I used to get up in the morning. I had, my ministers that I watched. I watched Joyce Myers, Creflo Dollar. Did I watch? I think I watched TD Jakes. Somebody else. Somebody else I watched. Girl, I don't give none of these ministries no money now. None of them. I've never been to a mega church. All of the churches that I ever belonged to were small churches. I've never belonged to a mega church. Peter Popoff did it for me. I was getting mail, sending money, and then they start asking for 200 and 300. Girl, I don't know what Benny Hinn. I don't think I watched Benny Hinn, but I knew who that is. I saw Creflo Dollar here in the Bay Area. He came to the Bay Area. And I think this was when I stopped liking Creflo Dollar, was when he came to the Bay Area and he couldn't preach. He didn't even preach. Like, I'm expecting Creflo Dollar to show out in person. He couldn't even preach. It was in person. I thought he was gonna throw down. I'm like, oh yeah, this about to be a good show. Womp womp. It was so boring. Fred Price. I used to like Fred Price. Didn't Fred Price die? Did Fred Price die? And his son took over? Or did I just kill him off? Did he die? No, I can't do Juanita Bynum. Okay, I thought he did. Did his son take over? I never liked Juanita Bynum. She do too much. Jack Van Imp used to scare me like crazy. He was a prophet of doom. Oh, I can't do them. I can't do them prophets that talk about death, and I can't do them. That ain't never been my type of ministry. I've been to a mega church before. I went to church 6 days a week. Ooh. That, I'm glad I was Baptist. We went to church, but we didn't go to church every day. Like Kojic, like Kojic type pastors. I never heard of Rod Parsley. Oh, what's that other white uh what's that white minister? He real dry. What's his name? Y'all know know who I'm talking about, that white preacher. I think he in Texas. Why when they I know who Jesse Joel Osteen. I like him too. I like him. His you know, I'm a fire, not fire and brimstone, but I like them old country preachers that's got a hoop and stuff. But every now and then I like a little dry preacher that's just gonna give you one scripture. He ain't got no hoop. He ain't got no theatrics. He ain't gonna jump and hoop and be breathing hard and all that kind of stuff. Every now and then I like that. But I like a preacher that's got a hoop, that's gonna be jumping out the pulpit, doing backflips. And one time I went to this guy's church. The minister was young. I think he was like in his early 30s. Do you know that this man jumped off the pulpit and started crip walking? Jumped off the pulpit, got down on the floor. The organ man started playing, and he started legit crip walking. And the church was like, yeah! The church went crazy. I said, he must do this on a regular basis. Because the church went crazy. Do you hear me? I hollered. And the funny thing was, I was on a date. I had met this guy and he was like, do you want to go to my church with me? And I was like, huh? He was like, yeah, would you like to come to my church with me? And I was like, I guess, why not? And he took me to this church, and the church was like in an old bank. They had converted an old bank into a church. That pastor crip walked all over that church. Do you hear me? After he got to a certain part in his sermon, he jumped out that pulpit and crip walked all over that damn church. I was like, if you don't do that, I mean, people were shouting and everything. I said, oh yeah, he must do this on a regular basis. This ain't something that you just do. Sundrop said, I don't like the hooping and jumping around. Oh, if you're not hooping and jumping around, I'm going to sleep. You got to hoop. You got to hoop. You got to have a hoop. And if you do that, you know how them old pastors be, and if you do that, oh yes. I don't know if he was an ex-crip or what, but honey, he was crip walking all over that church. I've never been in a Jehovah's Witness church. I've never been inside the Kingdom Hall. When I was a little kid, I used to live right across the street from the Kingdom Hall. Never been in there. And I often wondered, was it boring? Because I grew up in a Baptist church. I love old hymns and stuff. Every now and then I will go on YouTube and search up Dr. Watts hymns and just listen to them old songs, because it takes me back to when I was a little kid at like a Baptist church. Those were the old hymns that they used to sing. I love that. Yeah, we didn't wear pants to church when now you could wear pants during the week, but we didn't wear them to church. We didn't wear no pants to church. Oh no, girl, I can't go to no Catholic church. I'll be asleep for sure. My best friend when when I was growing up was Catholic. And she was, and I always thought it was weird because she was black and she was Catholic. And I didn't understand back then, like, how did you become Catholic and you black? Like, I thought all black people had to either be Christian, Baptist, or Church of God in Christ, or, something, not Catholic. And I went to church with her one time and I was bored to death. I was bored to death. And then she came to church with me one time and she was scared to death. Because, she had never been around people shouting and singing all loud and stuff. It was just too much for her. I didn't know they had black Catholic churches. I got to be where the choir is singing. Oh, yeah. They don't pass the plate around like they do in black churches. Oh, I love going up yonder. I enjoy the choir and charges, but I can't take all that plate passing. I went to church one time and he said nickels and dimes aren't going to get you. Yeah, the black churches is gonna ask for some money. I wanted to go to Catholic school. I almost went to Catholic school too, but my mother thought that they was gonna make me try to be Catholic, and she didn't want nothing to do with that. May the works that I've done speak for me. Yeah, my mother didn't want the Catholic religion to be like, she didn't want me to get confused by the Catholic religion. And I was Baptist. I guess when we went to, when we went to the Catholic school, when my mom was going to like enroll me in the Catholic school, they talked about, I guess, you got to go to mass and all that kind of stuff. And my mother was like, "Oh, well, I don't want my child to be confused because she's Baptist. And I don't want her going through, like, I don't want her to be going through no mass and all that kind of stuff." So that was out. Oh, really? The Black Catholic Church? People be shouting and stuff? Yeah, girl, see, I didn't know that. I didn't know it was different. I've been to a Methodist church before and the Methodist people act like Baptists. The Methodist church that I went to, but it was a African Methodist church. As a matter of fact, the church that I visited, the church recently burnt down. It didn't burn down to the ground, but it caught on fire, and it's a landmark in Oakland. So I'm pretty sure they're trying to raise enough money to um, rebuild. But that when I went to the African Methodist church was very similar to the Black Baptist church that I've attended. It didn't They wasn't shouting as much. But the songs, the singing and stuff was very similar to Baptist church. How are you confused? How were you confused being Baptist? I've been Baptist all my life. How is it confusing? Yeah, my mom didn't think I was gonna be gay going to. They said nickels and dimes won't get you into heaven. That's because they wanted them bills. I'm in DC. The African Methodist churches here are very uppity and reserved. Now the one that I went to was very similar to um very similar to Baptist. The one that I went to. It was a little bit more quiet, but it was very similar to the Baptist church. Confused being Baptist going to a Catholic church. I was just confused going to a Catholic church because it was so dang on quiet compared to what I was used to growing up. Because, the Baptist church ain't quiet. Oh, yeah, I couldn't do that door to door thing. I couldn't be no Jehovah's Witness because I don't like when people, like slam the door in my face. Because I know how mean I've been to, like, Jehovah's Witness people, just like, don't open the door, or just open the door and say, no, thank you. And, like, don't even give them an opportunity to say anything. Your grandmother wouldn't even let you pat your feet in church. Yeah, we could always pat our feet and clap and stuff in church. We just couldn't act crazy. Some of these churches do too much with praise and worship, though. Like, they be out here praising and worshiping for like 2 hours. I'll be like, all right, I'm sick of that now. Oh no, I mean, as long as we wasn't acting bad in church, we always have a good time. Well, the Pentecostal churches, they always cut up though. Like, this ain't nothing new. They always been the ones rolling up and down the aisles and running and throwing up and spitting and can all. The Pentecostal Pentecostal has always been too much, even for me. Now that's one church that I've never wanted to be a part of. They do too much. All that spitting and spitting out the demons and wanting you to fall out and stuff. I ain't got time for all that shit. That's too much. All that hollering and carrying on. I can't do all that. I like smaller churches. Oh, I figured you couldn't clap or do nothing at the Jehovah Witness. I figured they was super quiet and you ain't doing up nothing in there. Yeah, see, I ain't got time for no 3 hour praise and worship. That's too much. I remember my mama used to take me outside when, after Sunday school, my mama used to take me outside and give me a sandwich. And then we would go into regular church. Because Sunday school was so early in the morning, that we was getting ready. I would never eat that early. And so after Sunday school, my mom would always take me out to the car, get me a sandwich. And then we would go in church. Because church wasn't over till like 1 o'clock. And I used to be looking forward to that little sandwich. Until I got older and she stopped doing it. She was like, "Oh, you old enough now to survive until we get back." After like 20 or 30 minutes of praise and worship, I'm like, "Okay, let's move on with the next part of this service." Oh, some of these African ministers be doing a little bit too much. I saw one on I saw one on TikTok or somewhere that was doing I don't know. I don't know. I don't even understand how these women be letting these ministers do all this crazy stuff to them though. Making them drink semen and all kind of crazy stuff. Like, how do you let somebody talk you into doing some shit like that? Dang, how she cuss y'all out just because y'all was eating Cheetos? We used to always be sneaking and eating candy and all kind of stuff at church. Oh yeah, I heard that the Jehovah Witnesses don't be playing with their members. If you get in trouble, you get in trouble big. But I also heard that the Jehovah Witness men be like messing with the young girls and stuff, and don't nobody say nothing about it. It's like a widely known fact that the where's my little thing at? Because I could be working on this while I'm talking to y'all. It's a widely known fact that the men be out there messing with the girls, the young girls, and they don't say nothing about it. And they don't get in trouble because they don't tell. Like, they never get the authorities involved. And I heard that they beat their kids and everything. And, CPS or nobody is ever called on them. Because I know a young lady that used to be, um, oh yeah, I seen the one where the minister made the congregation eat grass. Oh, I used to love when we had potlucks at our church. We used to always participate. But everybody at the church that I grew up in, everybody knew each other. So yeah, this one young lady said that one of the men at the Kingdom Hall had like did something to her, and when she told on him, they said that she was lying and wouldn't wouldn't call the authorities on him or anything. And like nothing happened. And she was basically kicked out of the she was kicked out of the Kingdom Hall. She was like excommunicated from the church. What is that? My granddaughter. She was excommunicated from the church. Hold on, y'all. Let me get this other phone and see what this girl talk. I be hating when my granddaughter texts me and I know she at school because I be thinking it's something serious. She said somebody took her wallet. What y'all doing?
Tomorrow we going on a mission.
Where y'all going?
I'm gonna go knock the leaves off of that the hood thing.
Oh, open the hood and make sure.
That's what I did.
Gizmo going outside. Gizmo going outside with Daddy. Where were we at? Yeah, she said they kicked her out of the they kicked her out of the Kingdom Hall thing, and her mom and dad stopped talking to her. Cause I heard once you get kicked out of the Kingdom Hall, your family can't even mess with you no more. Or they'll get in trouble if you get kicked out. At the mega church I used to go to, they never let the opposite sex lay hands on someone in need of prayer to keep the women from being fondled. Oh yeah, we never had that problem. God dog. Your mama was a social worker and she used to beat you? Was she Jehovah's Witness? Yeah, I heard the Jehovah's Witness don't play that. They'll kick your ass out in a minute. And if they kick you out, your family got to leave you alone too. Or they'll get kicked out. If they don't want to get kicked out, they if they don't want to get kicked out, they got to leave you alone. I made a huge mistake with this scarf using this little tiny ass crochet needle. This gonna take forever. Damn. Oh, yeah, I heard that the Jehovah Witness people be beating their kids and stuff. I heard that from multiple sources that Jehovah Witness don't have a problem beating there's a lot of physical abuse in the Jehovah Witness religion. I've heard a lot of children come out of the Jehovah Witness religion talking about how they were abused by either their parents or their grandparents. I've heard that a lot, unfortunately. Yeah, I heard a lot of kids in Jehovah Witness have been in group homes. And it's for the same reason that Malik is saying. They get into trouble and then they beat the child and then blame the child for what happened. And then the kid ends up getting put in a group home, and then they don't mess with the kid no more because they put you out the religion. I've heard that story so many times, unfortunately, Malik. I'm really sorry that has happened to you, sweetheart. But that is something that I've heard a lot in the Jehovah Witness group. A lot of kids say that. Yeah, like I hope you have had like therapy around that. But I've heard that a lot. And you would think that the Jehovah Witness people, they always look like such, nice, quiet people, but I've heard that a lot of them are very violent. There's a lot of violence when it comes to children. Lord Jesus, please don't let me ever crochet anything else with this little tiny ass needle. This needle getting on my nerves. This scarf is gonna go on forever. And look at this color change. I'm about to show y'all. Soon as I look at this color change. We done went from this orangey color to this rusty color to this browny color. Now it's changing to this. I don't know if you can see. It's like a blue green. It's like a blue green color. This is going to be an interesting looking scarf. But I'm going to keep going. Because ain't no telling what's up under there. It looks like it's just going to get lighter. Because I don't remember what color this was. I don't remember, y'all. But I like making like scrap yarn projects because you just use what you have. And however it turn out is however it turn out. However, because I have y'all seen that scrap yarn blanket that I made? Let me show y'all. I love to show y'all stuff. Let me show you. Did I knock my needle down? No. So this is scrap yarn blanket. And I just used whatever yarn I had. I just pulled yarn out the box. I started with a granny square somewhere right there. And I just kept going and just adding yarn as I went. And then I finished it off with a black scalloped border. So I love scrap yarn. This thing heavy too. I knew that wasn't gonna work. I love scrap yarn. This is my little bagel that I have for breakfast that I didn't finish. I love scrap yarn projects. Whatever color I have is what I use. And that's what this is about to be. This is going to be a scrap yarn scarf. Because you can see where it's changing colors. So it's just gonna keep changing colors. You been to therapy? That's good. I've been in over 10 mental institutions. I've been doing my shadow work. My mom told me it was my fault I was sexually molested. Well, it definitely wasn't your fault. And I hope you stay in therapy. I thought the Jehovah's Witness people were some very good people. Yeah, they look like it. But when I've heard too many stories of Jehovah's Witness abusing children and getting away with it. And it wasn't just like one story. It's a lot of stories of abuse and being excommunicated and being kicked out of the religion and kids being kicked out and then their parents not talking to them, just all kind of stuff. It's been a lot of stuff that I've heard. I have never done quilting. um I took a quilting class before, but that's about as far as it went. I've never done quilting. I've always wanted to do it because my mother used to do it. Older people in the South, they was gonna quilt or something. And it's funny, my mother didn't know how to crochet, but she knew how to quilt. But she knew how to do needlepoint. My mother she did needlepoint. She taught me how to do it. I just haven't done it in years. I haven't done it in a long time. I used to do it when I was a teenager. And that was when she was like teaching me how to do it. I think I might get back into that one day. Because needlepoint is fun. But she used to quilt. So, child, I hope TD Jakes get this. I hope this. I don't hope if he's guilty, the situation blows over. Because if he's guilty of doing stuff with like teenage boys or young boys or whatever, then he needs to be convicted. But if he just out here having relations with other adult men, then I don't see a problem with that. You just having relations with men. I don't have a problem with that. The only problem I have is if minors are involved in that stuff. And it is said that some of the people that he was involved with was something did come out about some minors or whatever. That's the only problem I have. If it's other consenting adult men that TD Jakes is in, I don't have a problem with that. I don't care what he's doing with other grown ass men. I really don't. But if it's young boys, then I have a problem. Not if he has a wife, not me. Then that's between him and his wife. I don't have a problem with it because it ain't my husband. That's between him and his wife, Mrs. Jakes. That's not between him and Mrs. Brown. I don't have a problem with that. as long as they grown. But I have a problem if he is out here with boys. Then there's a problem for me. Yeah. And I'm pretty sure if it comes out that he is gay, I'm pretty sure he will be sat down as a bishop. Because you know the church, the Christians, it's the gay thing the Christians don't play with. You know, that's one thing that can get you sat down as a bishop is being gay. They're not going to play with him with that. That can get him into some trouble. And I'm pretty sure as a bishop, he probably will be sat down. Because didn't they try to do Eddie Long like that? When he got in trouble, but they never did they didn't take Eddie Long's bishop crown, I guess, away from him. Because when he died as a bishop. He had a bishop's funeral. So, I don't know, John. I don't know what they're going to do. But I know they can. They can sit you down. The church can come in and sit you down and take your bishop crown away from you. They can do that. Now, whether they will do that to him or not is another story. This gonna be a scarf, I think. That's what I'm aiming for, but I got a long way to go. I don't know if I'm gonna finish this one by Christmas, because usually a scarf take me a week, 3-4 days, a week at least. How many days we got until Christmas? Christmas is Monday. I might be finished. Yeah, sin is sin, but we talking about TD Jakes, girl. We ain't talking about a regular person. They sin is different. We talking about Bishop Jakes. And if it is found out that he has done, the only thing he gonna do is say he made a mistake and he gonna repent and throw himself on the mercy of the church. You know he gonna do that. He gonna throw himself on the mercy of the church and repent and talk. They sure is outside for a long time. They just went out there to clean the leaves off the car. They gonna throw themselves on the he gonna throw himself on the mercy of the church. I need to go outside and check on my plants because y'all, it's been raining. Do you hear me? It rained almost all day yesterday, the day before yesterday. It's been raining every damn day. And I don't want my succulents to get overwatered. Like, you know, so your succulents and cactus, they ain't used to all this water. They don't want all this water. They can get root rot from too much water. So I need to go outside and check on my babies and make sure they ain't sitting in no standing water. Or my little sister was molested by a 54-year-old man. And she was 9. My dad sued her for $70,000, and she didn't want the money. She said she was in love with him and they were soulmates. At 9 years old, she didn't know what love was. 9 years old? How does she know what a soulmate is at 9? I'm like, what are they doing? I'm so nosy, y'all. And the way this house is made, I can't look out the front window. If you look out the front window, you can't see nothing. You can't see what's going on in the front of the house. The way the windows to this house are made, like I never would. This would not have been the. I'm too nosy for this type of house. I got to be able to see what's going on outside. Who is he talking to? Because I don't trust none of these people. They dog running up on Gizmo. Gizmo outside. Who is he talking to? I be done took this computer outside so I could see what's going on. I swear to God, I pick this computer up and walk outside with it. I'm so nosy. Cause what is he doing? Is he washing the car? I thought he was just going out there to take the leaves off. I need to go outside and see what he doing, child. It's not hot out here. It ain't hot out here. I think it's in the 50s because I had on a coat. Well, a jacket. Y'all, I gotta take my blood pressure today. I gotta take my blood pressure twice today and 2 times tomorrow. Because I got a doctor's appointment tomorrow. And they gonna call me and ask me. It's 62 degrees. It don't feel like it though. I thought it was like in the 50s. Well, my granddaughter did learn a valuable lesson. When you put your stuff in the locker in the gym, you got to lock it. Now somebody, I think, then stole her wallet. You can't just put your stuff in the locker. You have to lock up everything. I'm pretty sure she probably didn't have. She probably didn't have that much in there. She only had $7. Girl, I'll give you $7. Make sure she got enough money to get on. And it took my baby $7. Shit. He went to prison for 20 years. God. Your math teacher had relations with you when you were 1. Why were you is that them? Oh, she got a clip card. Is that them? Yeah, that's definitely messed up. How did the teacher have access to you that young though? It was somebody that your family trusted? But usually it is. That's how, they get to kids. Usually it's somebody in the family. Oh, you was 14. Usually it's somebody in the family that you trust or somebody that you trust. Those are the only people that um can get close enough to you. Now Gizmo done went out in the front yard. Now he got to go out in the backyard. I'm nosy. I want him to come in here and tell me who he was out in the front yard talking to. Excuse me. Somebody went in Amani's locker and stole $7 out of her wallet. She must didn't have her locker locked in her gym locker.
Or gym locker.
Yeah, and stole her seven. She had $7 cash. Stole her money.
That was all it took?
Yep. I told her, I said,
I know mine, like, I'm gonna be somebody he can mess with the wrong. I'm gonna walk in. I know she would. Oh,
no, she did.
You know how money is now.
Money ain't even that tight.
You don't mess with the wrong somebody.
She ain't.
I'm gonna go and knock the filth, Florence filth.
I can't even see her doing that.
I wish a Florence would come down here and take my money.
I can't even see her doing that.
That's $7 of my filth pocket. You taking money out my kids' plate. Okay, she ain't there yet, but
I can't even see her doing all that. I see her more like, oh my God, someone took oh my God, someone took my $7. Excuse me, someone took my $7 out of my wallet.
I'm only going off. See, I believe what kids display at home is the exact opposite of who they are at school.
Well, it's definitely.
Weren't you?
I was definitely the exact opposite of who I. What is he eating?
French fry.
Gosh, he was chewing that. He was chewing that. Oh, that's why he was chewing it so. That's why he was chewing it so hard. The French fry hard. He eating it though. He probably hungry. What time is it? It's 1:30. It's time for his breakfast.
Yeah,
I
that
was.
the adventure.
Who was y'all out there talking to?
Dante. He'll pull up.
Oh, I was going to say he brought his dog out there too.
And I'm glad he didn't. That was the only thing I was worried about.
Oh yeah.
The only Rocket ain't out there.
No, him and Rocket cool though.
Yeah, I know, but he's in the car.
Oh.
I had him in the car.
Oh. He didn't want to jump out.
And so I didn't put a leash on him or anything. I didn't hook him up.
Oh, you just had him in there.
He was in there. I just let his window down a little. So he came on. He was shaking a little because he didn't know what to expect.
Oh. What Dante say?
No, he just pulled in. I asked him, you ready for the holiday? He's like, I think so. Bring it on. Because it's going to come whether you want to
or not. So, yeah.
And so, yeah, but
I'm ready for the holiday to be over.
Well, everybody, all adults do. Let this stuff. And we can't wait for New Year's so we can get turned up.
Turn up!
Turn up.
Get drunk! No, we ain't getting drunk.
Yes, we are.
No, we not.
Yes, we are.
We
gonna tear the roof off the mother.
My husband say this every year. Every year.
Yes, we are.
Wait, every year he is the one to be like, we gonna get drunk. We gonna do this. We gonna get turned up. And then when it's time to get turned up, he be like, I'm tired. I ain't want nothing to drink. I don't want nothing to drink.
We gonna get lit.
He be the main one. We about to get drunk. We about to get lit. We about to get turned up. Yeah. And then when it's time to get turned up, he be like, oh, I don't really want anything to drink. Well, how we gonna get turned up then? He ain't gonna drink.
We gonna get lit.
No, we're not.
Straight boo-boo face.
Wait. We got that same bottle of brandy.
We ain't gonna have it after next week.
Yeah, we will.
We ain't gonna have it after next week.
That bottle of brandy is damn near a year old.
He turned that bottle upside down. He damn near turned it inside out.
You are inside out lie.
Yeah.
You was an inside out lie.
No holds bar.
Cause you is not gonna do no drinking.
No holds bar.
You're no drinking self.
And you wearing this.
Don't you throw that over here! What the hell wrong with you?
You lucky.
Get your crazy ass out of here!
Oh, you lucky it didn't reach. You wearing that because I'll be clearing all this stuff by then.
Get out of here, will you?
It's gonna be on.
Yeah, I probably be done caught it by then.
Because I owe you an anniversary gift.
I'm trying my best to stay away from you because I do not want that.
I owe you that anniversary gift. This is a Brown tradition.
I heard that.
This is a Brown tradition.
I heard that because they got more than I did.
You gonna get your gift. Shoot.
They got more than I did. Ooh. That's what your ass was sick. See, he's still sick. Cough it up. Poor thing. He still got the cooties. And I'm trying my best not to catch it. I've been so good. I've always been a well-behaved kid at home. I wasn't bad at school, though. I wasn't bad. But I was mouthy, and around my friends, I cursed a lot. I've always been the like I will curse you out. I always had that cussing spirit. But at home, I was always a good kid. I was always a good kid at home. And my mother always thought I was a good kid. But I never got in trouble at school though. But on the schoolyard and in the streets and stuff, I was a little, I was a little kid that would cuss you out. And I'm still like, I will still cuss you out. But I still consider myself to be a nice person. But I will cuss you out.
Okay.
Did you get it up?
I got most of it.
You didn't throw up, did you?
No.
Yeah.
But that's something I've always hated doing. Hawking and stuff. Hawk up a loogie and all that. So it's harder for me to...
Okay, you don't have to do all that.
You do all that.
Don't do that. That's nauseating. So it did turn into blue. This is gonna be an interesting color scarf. Shut up.
What?
Cause you looking like you about to say, yeah, that's funny looking.
Oh, I never say that. Scarves are important.
Hey Tammy.
Cause I wear my my thing that
Tammy said she done lost 12 pounds.
ooh,
She said, hey, almost shooting this off subject, but you got me eating better and exercising. I'm down 12 pounds, which surprises me because usually overeating around this time of year. Girl, you doing better than me? I have lost weight though, but I haven't. Don't you say I haven't. I have lost weight. I got on a scale.
I'm not saying,
But I have not been exercising. For one thing, it's been raining every day. And I haven't been exercising. Oh, I'm happy for you, girl. I really am. Because believe it or not, 12 pounds can make a difference.
it does.
It can make a difference.
Here, greedy.
And this is a time of the year that most people really have a hard time sticking to their diet because this is the time of year that will you put that down?
You gonna wear both of them
This
at the same time. Put them both on.
don't you have something to do? Huh? Take that go feed Gizmo. Got this dog in here eating French fries. He hungry.
Hard French fries.
Them hard ass French fries. Give him his food. Poor Gizmo just sitting there. Gnawing them French fries all on the side of his mouth. He probably hungry for real. Give him them sausages that's left over because I know I didn't eat mine. He can have my two.
Okay. Come on, buddy.
Sundrop, you don't have no backbone or tough skin. Girl, my skin is tough. I got tough skin. And a backbone. I'll cuss you out in a minute. Don't care what you say back. I don't give. You know, one thing too that has given me a tough skin is being on social media. Because people say all kind of crazy shit to you on social media. And if you don't have a tough skin, you're not going to make it. You're not going to make it on social media. I've had people say all kind of shit to me. And if I didn't have a tough skin, I'd have been gone. I'd have been just folded in half and been gone. I don't care about what these people be saying. Not a damn thing. People done talked about my weight, my teeth, my wigs, everything. I don't give a damn. Because the people that's talking crazy, the majority of them don't look no damn better than I do. And people been talking about my teeth since I was a little kid. Like my gap wasn't as big as it is now. Of course, my gap has shifted because I done lost some teeth in the back. So that, when you lose teeth, your teeth have a tendency to shift. So my gap is bigger now than it used to be. But I've had a gap for so long that people have always said, crazy stuff. So that kind of shit don't bother me. When people talk about my gap or, I don't care. Say I'm fat or what. Okay, yeah, I'm fat. And I've been fat for a long time too. No, Gizmo doing good. Gizmo ain't been in no more trouble. Gizmo say he trying to stay away from the police. He don't want to have nothing to do with the police. Yeah, girl, these trolls be coming on your channel sometimes just doing the absolute most. And if you don't have tough skin, you gonna be hurt. And I'm not about to let these people on social media hurt my feelings because I don't know none of these people. You know what I mean? And the people that I talk to, I will probably never meet any of you guys or any of the people on social media in real life. You know what I mean? Unless I decide to have a meet and greet or something one day. But other than that, I'll probably not meet none of y'all in real life. So why would I get upset about something that somebody I don't even know say to me? What girl? What girl? Can you still date somebody even though they have a pet that is a taboo of yours? I don't understand that. Oh, yeah, all in with Ari. Yeah, she just left social media. She just left. And if I was Ari, I would have kept going because she was getting views on her channel. I would have kept going. They wouldn't have ran me away. I would have just kept going. Because what happened in my life didn't have shit to do with nobody. I don't understand your question, Naya. Like, would spirit let those two people be together? I don't understand what you mean. Can you still date someone even though they have a pet that is a taboo of yours? What kind of pet is a taboo, though? Yeah, I have a few people that be like, oh, I wish we could have a meet and greet. I mean, who's to say? One day we might, but I'm just saying I wouldn't allow people that I don't know to hurt my feelings or get under my skin. Like you gotta have a tough skin to be on social media, or social media will make you have a tough skin. Either you gonna do like all in with Ari and just leave and just say forget it, or you gonna have a tough skin. And I was really hoping that Ari would just ignore the trolls and just keep doing what she was doing. Like, I really wanted to see, was she like really living in her car, or was this just some, was she trolling us? I really wanted to see that. Like, I really wanted to know, like, is she really living in her car in LA, or is she trolling? You know, just like waking, like getting in her car, waking up in the morning, getting in her car. Oh, I just woke up. But in all actuality, she living in a like LA hotel, because she had got to the point where she was making enough money to get apartment in LA. Her YouTube channel had got lucrative enough for her to make money, because she was a pretty girl. She had a lot of men on there who thought she was pretty and was trying to holler at her and stuff. So she was making the money. She was making enough money. If she really was down on her luck, she was making enough money to get an apartment in LA. I know her YouTube channel, her YouTube check was fat, because some of her videos was, she was getting like 1 million views. That's some good money. So she was gonna get it. Or according to Eva, if you are told that you are not allowed to have cats in your home, but the person you are dating have a cat and you want to move in together, who is Eva? Who is Eva? I don't know who Eva is. And why would you be told that you can't live with a cat? I don't know anybody that has ever been told that they can't have pets because of a oh, EFI. I've never heard of anyone in EFI being told that they can't have a cat. I've never heard of that. So I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. I've never heard of that. I would ask why. I've never heard anybody in EFI say that they can't have pets. That's a new one on me. That's why, I'm really funny about not, taking counsel from just any old body. Because anybody can say that they practice EFI and then they come in with all of these weird and strange rules that nobody else has ever heard of. I'm not gonna let somebody tell me that I can't have a cat, I can't have a dog, I can't do normal things that I want to do behind a religion. I'm just not gonna do that. Because you're not practicing EFI anyway. You're not initiated. You haven't gone through an initiation or anything. So why can't you have a cat? That doesn't make any sense to me. You haven't even been initiated. You could do whatever you want to do. But that's up to you because, y'all go out and y'all find these people on the internet and y'all listen to them and take their advice, pay your money, but it couldn't be me. It couldn't be me, and it ain't gonna be me. Especially over something like that, because I'm gonna want to know why. A cat? Something as simple as a cat? That don't make no sense to me. I ain't never heard that. Because everybody I know that practice EFI, they all have cats and dogs. So, I don't know. That's something you would have to that's something you have to ask them about. They said it brings misfortune. Never heard of it. Because I would want to know, how does a cat bring misfortune? And how do you get away from cats? It's cats all over the world. And is that's the only thing in your life that's gonna bring misfortune? How you gonna get away from all the other things in the world that bring misfortune? Yeah, that would be a red flag for me. But that's just how I am. I guess from that person, cats must be bad luck. But is it all cats or a certain type of cat? And sometimes it's where these people are from culturally. Like, we're from the United States. We don't look at animals the way a lot of people I would say, coming from maybe Africa or different cultures, look at animals. We don't look at them in the same way. We don't hold animals in the same regard that they do. And to me, if it's a cultural difference between me and the person that is practicing, there's going to be some problems there. Well, if you're using the cat as an example, what is the real animal? If the cat wasn't the animal, what's the real animal? Cause I ain't never heard of any stipulations when it comes to having a pet in your house. Now I could see if you know religious people saying certain things, like if an animal came in your house that wasn't supposed to be in there, like say for instance a bird flew in your house. Now birds aren't normally an animal that will come in the house. So if a bird fly in your house, then there's supposed to be a message there. like the bird flew in to give you a message. That's a signal that a message is supposed to be coming to you. Now, there are different like it could be a bad message or a bad omen or whatever. Now that could be a taboo when it comes to animals, or if a turtle or something crawl in your house, a lizard come in your house. These are animals that ain't supposed to be in your house. But a cat and a dog, that's a domesticated animal that, most people have in your house. A bobcat broke into a man's house and set the alarm off. A bobcat? Did you see that thing on TikTok where this man had a tiger in his house? And I think he had the tiger for 2 years. He had the tiger since it was a baby. And by the time animal control went to this man's house, the tiger was, they're assuming the tiger was 2 years old. And he was raising a tiger in an apartment. And people started smelling like a strong urine smell. And I guess the tiger scratched him. And this is how they found out he had the tiger. The tiger scratched him, and he went to the hospital. And I think he lied and told them that he fell, but they was like, nah, that don't look like he fell. And they went to the man's apartment and found a 2-year-old tiger. And they took the tiger from him and put the tiger. This happened a while ago. Put the tiger in a sanctuary, and the tiger just died like a couple of years ago. I think the tiger lived till he was like 18 or 19 years old. But this man had a tiger in an apartment for 2 years and nobody knew. Had raised the tiger from a baby in an apartment. Now, I can see him doing something like this in a house. Because, you could probably let the tiger out in the backyard or whatever. The tiger can play back there and maybe nobody will see it. But in an apartment, can you imagine that tiger shitting and pissing all over the place? I know that apartment was stinking. Because cats, a regular sized cat, can stink. So can you imagine is a tiger grown at 2 though? Probably. A full grown tiger? This man got a whole ass tiger in his apartment. Why did it get dark? Girl, I would have been scared that the tiger would have got out. Obviously, the tiger, and I think he said that the tiger wasn't trying to maul him, that I guess he was playing and the tiger just, because I don't think they know they own strength. And the tiger scratched him or whatever. But it wasn't trying to kill him. Because I'm pretty sure if it was trying to kill him, it would have killed him. And they said it was foster kids. It was foster kids living in the apartment with the man and his mama or somebody. It was a lot going on, y'all. But this man had a whole damn tiger in the apartment with him. Yeah, that's crazy. Finding out that your neighbor had a tiger in the apartment. Oh, wait a minute. And that's not all. When they went and got the tiger, they found an alligator, a baby alligator in a tank. So he was about to the alligator was little. So he about to raise a whole alligator. He was finna raise an alligator. What? Where was he gonna put a damn alligator though? In an apartment. I know that apartment was stinking because I swear to God, we had two turtles one time, and if you didn't clean that turtle tank, you talk about some kind of stinking. I hated, I hated them turtles. They were my sons. Oh my God. My son drove me crazy with them turtles. And I couldn't clean the tank because I didn't know how to deal with the filters and stuff. Whew, that drove me crazy. Them stinking ass turtles. Child, one thing you got to have when you crochet is patience. Because you got to go in every stitch. I'm so over this scarf already. I don't want to do this shit. I think this wig is getting, every time I be feeling it feel like I'm feeling the neck. And I'm like, I hope you can't see it. But it feels like you can. And this is my favorite little wig. And I can't remember where I got this one from because I want another one just like it. I like this little wig and I don't know where I got it from. From now on, though, when I order a wig and I like it, I'm going to keep a journal and write down where I got it from and the name of it, the website, and all that. Because I be ordering wigs and then they come and I be liking the wig and then I'll be like, where did I get this wig from? Because I like this one, but I don't know where I got it from. Yeah, some people are crazy. You don't know what your neighbors be doing. You got a neighbor that be bringing opossums inside. I heard possums. I heard possums can be good pets though. I heard they don't live that long, but they can be good pets because they're not aggressive. They're not aggressive. They're not dirty. They don't stink, but they ugly. Who wants to catch a possum? But they say if you catch them when they're young, if you get one that maybe has like their mama abandoned it or whatever, and you raise it from a baby, they say they make really good pets. They can be good pets. But I don't want to keep no possum. But they say they don't live that long. They only live for like a couple of years. So don't get attached to it. Because it ain't gonna stay. They live short lives. But I heard they can be good pets though. But I don't want a possum. They funny looking and they ugly. No thank you. They carry diseases. But don't they have some type of antibodies or something? It's something about them. we can't catch, the only disease they carry that we can catch is rabies, right? I know they carry ticks too. But ticks will get on any animal. Like your regular dog or cat can catch ticks. I don't want no damn uh I don't want no damn possum. No raccoon either. And some people be having raccoons as pets. Who want, and raccoons are too busy. Having a raccoon is like having a toddler on steroids. If you keep a raccoon in the house, they be all over your house, all in your cabinets and everything. This is like having a really bad small child. Cause I seen this one lady, she had like a couple of raccoons in her house. They would be turning on the water. Like they had overflowed her bathroom one time because they had went in and turned the water on in the sink and had plugged the drain up in the sink and had like flooded her bathroom just in the house, just causing chaos. I don't want a raccoon. They carry parasites. Yeah, I'm cool with them. They look like they got parasites, little ugly asses. They hella ugly. I'm about to look it up. Yeah, they ugly. Look at them. Oh, funny looking ass thing. Who would want that for a pet? Mm-mm. Mm-mm. Oh, girl. I would have a heart attack if I came home and seen that. Look at it. They look aggressive. Hell no. Mm-mm. No, thank you. Females, it says, females can produce 2 litters a year, and adult possums live for approximately 3 years. Y'all thought they had a short lifespan. Opossums can carry a number of infectious diseases, including leptospirosis, never heard of that. Tuberculosis, oh, I didn't know they could carry tuberculosis. Relapsing fever, tularemia, never heard of that. Spotted fever, toxoplasmosis, coccidiosis, and Chagas disease. God damn, they out here carrying all kind of diseases. I didn't know they had tuberculosis. Hell no. And they carry cat and dog fleas. Fleas, ticks, mites, and lice. Don't get close to no possum. God damn, they out here carrying all kind of shit. Oh, well, they don't have leprosy because they said they don't live long enough. We had a possum in our front yard at the old house where we used to live one time. He ran up on the porch, but I only saw one. I haven't seen any since we've been out here. All I see out here is skunks. and raccoons. I haven't seen a possum. I didn't know they carried them many diseases, though. Now I'm really scared of their ass. Oh, and the parasites are transmitted through their poop. So don't let the possum poop on you. God, they even carry salmonella. God damn. Now I'm really scared of them. They funny looking asses. I know they can have rabies. Well, that's why we vaccinate. That's why you vaccinate your animals for rabies, to make sure that they don't get it. Because if your dog get, or cat or whoever get rabies, they gonna die. If they haven't been vaccinated, and you may die too if you don't get to the hospital in time. You had a fever yesterday? I had the IBS's yesterday. My stomach was killing me. As a matter of fact, I need to call my doctor and tell him, I don't know what is going on, but my IBS is IBS and more than what it had been. I think my IBS done moved into something else. Because me having these random bouts of diarrhea is getting on my nerves. Yeah, she shouldn't be collecting no raccoons and possums because they both nasty. Raccoons can have rabies too. I ain't no way in I will want either one of them. Girl, I'm finna go too. We've been on here for 2 hours. We've been on here for 2 hours. You know I don't like to stay on here that long. So I might see you guys tomorrow. Oh, look for a regular video later, because I did do a video earlier when we had went to Noah's Bagels. So look for another video. I'll probably do it probably about 5 or 6 o'clock. So look for that later on. So I'll probably see you guys tomorrow. I love you guys. Thank you so much for being here with me. I'm finna go and try to at least put a dent. At least get halfway done with this scarf. This is not even a quarter of a way. So I'm at least try to get halfway done today. If I can get half of it done today, maybe I can do the rest of it tomorrow. And I'll be finished. But I doubt that's going to happen. So I'll see you guys tomorrow. I love you guys. Talk to you later. Bye.